I'd like to tell you a story about honeybees and the varroa mite. In the 1990s, the parasite, the varroa mite, invaded North America and has changed beekeeping for us ever since. We started working on more resilient honeybees after the colony collapse disorder of 2007 and 2008, where we lost over 50% of our colonies. At that time, a bunch of grassroots beekeepers like myself, who was trying to keep their bees alive, started selectively breeding bees for resilience. So now let me tell you a little bit about what my friend Nadine Chapman down in Australia has been working on. This program is called Plan B. It is really a method to be able to take all of our honeybees that we have that are locally adapted to our climates and to be able to make breeding selections which add a lot more productivity for the amount of effort that we have to put in to select them. Really, it comes down to the same amount of effort, but a huge payoff by selecting better queens and better drones to mate with them. And that's done through artificial insemination. So some of the traits that I'm going to talk about are the total mite infestation, and we determine the percent of mites per 100 bees. And we do this by taking a sample of a half a cup of bees from a colony, immersing it in soapy water, swirling it for 30 seconds using an agitator, and counting the number of mites in that sample. And that will give us the infestation rate for varroa mites in that colony. Using those numbers, those are the types of numbers that will go into the Plan B calculation for selecting better honeybees. Here's a clip of some of the field work that we've done. It's kind of humorous. Another trait that we use is mite chewing. The honeybees will attack the mites and chew their legs off and kill the varroa mite. This is an inherited behavior called mite biting behavior that was discovered by Dr. Greg Hunt and his assistant, Crispin Given. How we measure this is we put a sticky board at the bottom of the hive. All the mites that drop to the bottom, chewed or unchewed, are all collected on the sticky board. We pull the mites off the sticky board, and then we count how many are chewed versus the total that fell on the board. Then we come up with a percentage. For instance, if we have 10 mites on the bottom board, 5 of them are chewed, 5 out of 10 is 50%. This is one of the values that we enter into our Plan B calculations for coming up with the best breeding values. To measure UBO, we pull the frame out, we apply the solution, and put it back into colony. Here's a clip of some of the field work that we did to do that. The most important part about creating resilient honeybees is getting them into the hands of as many beekeepers as possible to prevent any more unnecessary losses of productivity, losses of honey, pollination dollars, and people's livelihoods. Productive honeybees or happy honeybees, happy productive honeybees make for sustainable agriculture. Sustainable agriculture is what we need to be able to live on this planet. And that is what drives me.